What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope your day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. Got a story for y'all today coming out of Washington, D.C. Shout out to everybody in Washington, D.C. And before I get into the story, when I was reading this story, I was like, am I reading something out of Law and Order or some type of forensic file video or something like that? Because what happened to this man was very horrific. This is 53-year-old Faisal Marlian. And I want to send my deepest condolences out to the family of Faisal Marlian. He was involved with two young ladies, 19-year-old Audrey Miller and 22-year-old Tiffany Gray. Now, in the affidavit, it was saying that he was one of these young ladies' sugar daddy. Now, I believe it was Tiffany Gray, the 22-year-old. But he was seen on camera going inside his apartment with Audrey Miller also. So he was involved with both of these young ladies. So they let you know that was the setup. Let's get into the story a little bit more. So Faisal wound up losing his life. They found him inside his apartment. They believe he was inside his apartment for at least 4 days. So that's how long he was deceased. When they went inside of his apartment, they seen a real bad bloody scene. They said he was stabbed, had blunt force trauma to the head, and guess what? They cut his right thumb off.
Police believe Faisal Takal had been dead inside his third-floor apartment here on Peabody Street Northwest for about 4 days before his body was discovered. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, he had suffered blunt force trauma to the head, he'd been stabbed, and his right thumb had been cut off.
And you might say to yourself, what they cut his right thumb off? Why they do that? For what? What's going on? They cut his right thumb off in order to get into his cell phone. Now, the cell phone we have now has face recognition. And I remember I had, I don't remember what iPhone that was, but I put my thumb on it, and that's how I used to get into that iPhone. Put in the comments which iPhone or which generation had the thumbprint for the recognition. So they cut this man's thumb off to get into his cell phone, to get into his cash out. And in the affidavit, they said they used his money to buy liquor and drugs and also take money out of his cash out.
A witness told police that the thumb was used to gain access to a cash app and to buy liquor and drugs.
That's the reason they cut that man's right thumb off. Crazy, ain't it? Very crazy. Now, in a surveillance video, I have already stated that he was going in and out of his apartment with Audrey Miller, as you can see right here in these pictures and these videos also. And you can also see Tiffany Gray going in and out of his apartment also. So during this process of them robbing this man, there was two men with them. One of the men have been identified, but has not been arrested. I don't think he will be arrested. Don't know why. Don't know what's up with that, because you can see on camera him going in and out of this man's apartment. Now, all four of them were seen on camera going in and out of this man's apartment, taking items. And they also found cleaning supplies where they were trying to clean up the evidence.
Included in the court affidavit, investigators attached numerous photos from surveillance cameras mounted outside two entrances to the building, as well as the foyer and the hallway leading to the victim's apartment. Police say two men, one they have identified but not charged, were seen with the two women coming and going from the building over several days. Investigators say the suspects used the victim's key fob to get into the building and were seen carrying items out of the apartment. There was also evidence suggesting cleaning agents have been used to conceal or eliminate evidence.
That couldn't have not been successful at all. And they also cannot find this man's right thumb or his cell phone. They said his cell phone was last located around Tiffany Gray's apartment, where she stayed at, in that area. Now, Audrey Miller and Tiffany Gray both are booked in the jail cell. They both are booked in jail. And don't know if they got any bond or whatever. And Fossil also filed a report on Tiffany Gray, 22 years old, last year. He filed a report on her because she stole his cell phone and took $1,800 out of his cash app. And you may say to yourself, why in the world he still fooling around with her if he already filed a report on her and she already have stole money from him? How in the world does she even know how much money he have? Or how did she even know about this type of stuff? Remember, he was one of those young ladies' sugar daddy. I believe it was Gray. And the evidence showed it had to have been Gray because he filed a report on her.
According to the court affidavit, Gray and the victim, Fazil Teklemariam, knew each other. The affidavit says one witness told police the 53-year-old was her sugar daddy. Last year, Teklemariam filed a complaint with D.C. police claiming suspect number 2, Tiffany Taylor Gray, had taken his phone and used it to steal $1,800 from his Cash App.
And he was also seen on surveillance camera on April the 1st, April Fool's, going in and out of his apartment with Audrey Miller. He was involved with both of these young ladies. Now, these young men that was young or old men, whatever they were, they need to be arrested also because they was involved with taking this man's life. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand that at all. Don't make sense at all to me. And you may say to yourself, 19 and 22 years old, all the positive things they could be doing with themselves. They could be somewhere working at a restaurant, a warehouse, a convenience store, just doing something positive with their life. Going to college, 22 years old, 19 years old. So much life ahead of them. But they threw their life away behind nothing. All to get into a man's cell phone, to steal money out of his cash out and buy weed and liquor. Crazy. What is going on with the younger generation now? Now, I know this part here been going on for a long time in all type of generations. All type of generations. But for this man to lose his life, for that, senseless. No honor in that. No rewards behind that. Nothing is honorable for that. And you got to hold this man accountable also for what he did. He already filed a report against her. He knew better. And one mistake he made, they know exactly where this man stayed. What in the world was going on with this man and his mind? These people knew exactly where this man stayed at. As you can see, these young ladies was going in and out of his apartment. That's how these two young men, an old man, or these two men was able to come to this man's house and rob him. Cut the man's thumb off. Now, what kind of guts you got to have to do something like that? Chop this man's thumb off. Crazy. So many things go through your mind when you read this story. Don't make any sense. But I hope they find these two young men out because they had to do something to this man. These two young ladies, 19 and 22 years old, could have did this all by themselves. This man, 53 years old, seemed like he get around pretty good. Now, listen to the name Fossil Teklemariam. Fossil Teklemariam sounds like a name that goes to an Arabian dude or something like that. That's what it sounds like to me. Somebody that's an Arabian dude. It could be an African name. Who knows? But y'all leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think. Give me y'all deepest opinion. This could have been avoided. I believe it could have been avoided. Let me know if this could have been avoided. Do y'all think it could have been avoided or not? Because this man lost his life behind nothing. He could have handled this situation way better than this. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And share this with your family and friends. Y'all have a good one. Y'all have a blessed one. Holla at you.